Commanders, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also hit that notification bell to get notified on my latest uploads. As always, let's get on with the show. Am I powerful as you think?
You serious?
Welcome commanders to another unit review. Today, we are going to look at one of the worst rocket-propelled artillery of the Osphere. The Nebelwerfer 41, or in the game, the unit is called a multiple rocket launcher team, which is fairly odd for a unit to be called like that. In my opinion, it would be better to call the Nebelwerfer launcher team. Though in World War II, the Nebelwerfer is a real beast in the battlefield. Its range and firepower are impressive. It is able to do a decent rocket barrage to the enemy. Now, let's get on with it, shall we? The first thing to consider with this rocket launcher team is its health. At level 7, it has an health of 900 and above, and it is enough to be able to withstand infantry fire or tank shells. Much higher health than those of the Fallschirmtroopers, but lower than those of the Assault Grenadiers. Next, let's look at its speed. It is very slow, really slow. It's because they had to lift the Nebelwerfer 41 with them to its designated position, to be able to fire at enemy tanks within its range. It is not able to reinforce quickly to friendly units with a much faster speed than it, so that poses a problem for it. Now, let's look at its firepower. Well, compared to the Calliope and Katyusha, the Nebelwerfer 41 has a much higher damage to tanks and buildings, which is an advantage to itself. But the problem is, it only fires 5 rockets at a time, which is odd, since the Nebelwerfer 41 has 6 rocket pods, but instead, it only gets to fire 5 rockets at the enemy. Adding to this problem, it has an attack speed of 7 seconds. The same attack speed as the Panzerwerfer. Because it can fire only 5 rockets, and has a worse attack speed, it is considered as one of the worst rocket-propelled unit in the game. Yes, it can deal with light tanks, but it takes much more time to destroy it. Though range is not a problem for this unit, being 22. Area damage is the same as the Panzerwerfer, Katyusha, Calliope, and Waframan 40. It is a rare card, so it can only be deployed at the rear roads. And also, it is an infantry unit, so it is vulnerable to anything that is on its path. Even a squad of conscripts are a real threat to it, so make sure to have a support vehicle aside it. As to Azure, the most amount of damage dealt to tanks and a more faster attack speed, the multiple rocket launcher team is perfect for the siege tactic. With passive effects that it can give to infantry, like 30% increased damage to tanks, and a 20% increase in attack speed. And that's it for today's unit review. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also join my official Discord. As always, I will see you next time, Commanders.